Look at the time, 9:58. By about 10 after 8, we should stop it, okay? All right, so we're talking about equilibrium. And equilibrium is when you look at supply and demand together. We have been looking at them separately, what affects demand, what affects supply. But now the important thing is, how do they work together? When you look at the market, the economic market, it is impossible to tell whether it's supply or demand that's responsible for prices. Is it because did the price go up because so many people want it, or did the price go down, because they, demand was down, or did the price go up because the resource to make this is scarce, so it's not really clear which one of these affects price the most. They actually work together in order to determine price. So, for example, imagine there are 40,000 bushels of corn to be sold. You go to the market, all the buyers are there waiting to buy corn. You decide, you know what, I'm going to try and get $6 a bushel for my corn. But at $6 a bushel, you only sell 20,000 bushels of corn. So did you sell all your corn? Someone? No, you didn't. You had 40,000, you only sold 20,000. So obviously $6 is not the right price for the corn. So what you have here is the quantity supplied, which is 40,000, is greater than the quantity demanded. That's only 20,000. At $6, they only want 20,000 of your 40,000 bushels. So what happens is you have a surplus. A surplus is more, you have more supply than people are demanding. So you have a surplus of 20,000 bushels. So you need to get rid of this corn. So what do you think you're going to do to price? You're going to lower it. Okay? Everybody with me? All right. So let's go in the opposite direction. Say they want to sell their bushels of corn for $2 a bushel. They still have the original 40, but they go into the market and they say, you know what, let's sell it for $2 a bushel. But at that price, the buyers want 60,000 bushels, which you do not have. So obviously you've priced it too low. If you only have 40,000 and people are jumping, put your phone away. Jessica. What happens is then you have a shortage of 20,000. And you would raise the price. It's the, you know, it would have the opposite effect. Obviously, $2 is way too low because you're set. You know, not only are you selling out, but 20,000 more people want, you know, your bushels of corn, or 20,000 bushels are needed. So what you do is you come to the equilibrium price where it's $4 a bushel, which would be in between. You would sell exactly the amount of corn that you have. So if you come up with a price where you sell, you know, you don't have a shortage, you don't have a surplus, you're said to be at equilibrium. You know, equal, your supply equals your demand, or demand equals your supply, either way. You have 40,000 to sell, that's what they want to buy. So you have picked the right price, where you're selling, you know, exactly what it is you want to sell. Everybody with me? Okay. Okay, here's what equilibrium looks like, where the demand curve and the supply curve intersect. Okay? Quantity demanded equals quantity supplied. All this is telling you is that when your market's in equilibrium, you know, you have an equilibrium quantity and then you have an equilibrium price, because your market is in equilibrium. Is this on your sheets or not?
Yeah.
We're going to do one more and then we'll be done for today. One more slide. Is everybody with me? Or was there a lot to write on this one? You're done. Most people should be done. You okay back there? You done? Okay. All right, so these are the formulas for the relationship of quantity supplied to quantity demanded, or vice versa. If quantity supplied is greater than quantity demanded, you know, if you have more supply than you have demand, then you have a surplus. Like when you charged $6 a bushel. You had 40,000, but they only wanted 20,000, so you have a surplus. Your supply is greater. If your demand is greater than your supply, people want more than you actually have, then there's a shortage. And if it's equal, then you are in equilibrium. And the market is always trying to get there, always. You're going to get some questions on a worksheet, and that is where the market's always trying to get to is equilibrium. Thank you.
My finger went over the thing right as I was clicking it. That's
That's all right.
the lens.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Did I click it?